And a good Thursday to you. Seattle Kraken back on the ice in NHL play tonight after taking several days to try to figure out the offense. Over the past 3 games, Seattle has managed just 2 goals. They were shut out twice. Coach Lane Lambert and company are hoping for better results tonight in Edmonton. That game starts at 6 o'clock. It'll be on the Prime Network and Kong TV. Eastern, Washington, and Washington both fell in men's college basketball last night. The Eagles fell to Denver on the road, 93-89. Huskies closed the gap with a 17-2 run over the final 5 minutes in Seattle, but fell short to UCLA 82-80. Eastern Washington women were able to hold off Denver in Cheney 66-65. BYU edged Washington State 56-54. Well, the Seahawks are headed to Atlanta Sunday to face the Falcons. Seattle is 9-3 heading into the matchup, while the Falcons have struggled to a 4-8 record so far. Coach Mike Macdonald was asked about facing Kirk Cousins Sunday instead of former Husky quarterback Michael Penix Jr.
Look, they're going to say the same thing about our team. They saw us, and we've evolved and changed some things and tweaked some things, and it's different guys on the roster. So, they're playing a little bit differently on offense. When we played them last year, they were almost exclusively 11. Now that they played dang near a whole game in 13, they've played a lot of 12. So we got to be ready for all those personnel groups, which is a little bit different. A little bit more under center since he took over. They were pretty heavy pistol last year, so some tweaks on how they're operating since he took over for Penix.
Seattle's defense is rated in the top 5 in the NFL in many categories, including pressuring the quarterback. Seahawks have been able to do so with mainly just the 4 guys up front. Macdonald was asked if other teams are trying to copy their approach.
I'd say it's more like path dependence on the league. Like, once you kind of declare who you are, you're going to have wrinkles. It's just so hard to reinvent everything every week. There's only some amount of time. You have to have like fastballs that you can throw at any given point. But you're always going to want wrinkles, and it's hard to just generate wrinkles. So sometimes those are inspired by other plays throughout the league. And I know I went off on Brock and Salk on this on Monday, but there's a good amount of copying going on. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, on each side of the ball, I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, defensively, we're constantly seeing plays that have, that we've given up plays in the past. It's just stuff you have to practice every week and be ready for, and how teams build it. And it's just that's the way it goes, which is kind of nice. You kind of know what's coming sometimes.
Seattle and Atlanta will kick off in Mercedes-Benz Stadium Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. That'll be on Fox. We are one day closer to the WIAA State 1A Football Championship, pitting Cashmere against Royal. This is the first time for Bryan Bremer to lead a team to the state title game. He says there's so much happening around the game other than football that he's glad to just get out and do some practice with his boys.
It's a fast week. You get a little bit of a dog and pony show with hotel rooms and meals and getting rooming assignments and hopping on Zoom calls to talk about the ins and outs of what it's going to be like at Husky Stadium. But, when we're on the practice field, it's kind of like mine and the rest of these guys' sanctuary. You can forget about all the extra stuff that has to be done this week and focus on the game. And, we're going over there to play a football game, not to stay in a hotel.
This is the first time for Cashmere's team to reach the state finals since they won it all back under Phil Zakowski in 2008. Bremer says despite the lack of state final experience, this team is confident they can win.
I think the biggest thing we talked about is we asked for this. Like, we wanted this stage. It's not like we're happy to be there. We've talked about this stage since February, right? So we've been expecting this stage. We've been expecting this. It's not a surprise to us that we're there. This team in the past maybe has lacked confidence of what it's like to play in a big game. I tell you, with this group, if there's one thing we don't lack, it's like we don't lack any confidence. This group is a confident bunch that plays like it and that plays for each other. So, yeah, I don't think there really needs to be any of that. Because we're not playing for the setting. We're not playing to beat Royal. We're playing for the love of our brother. We're playing because we don't want to let the guy next to us down. I'm calling plays because I want to put Rylan Hatmaker in the best situation possible and allow him to see success. It has nothing to do with our opponent at all. We don't see this as a get-back game, as a rematch, it's not what it is, because that's opponent-driven. Yes, we have opportunity to play a team that we're familiar with, which we're happy about that, and we're excited about the opportunity. but that's not why we play the game. We're playing for the love of the brother next to us and the love of our community as well.
At the end of every game and practice, Bremer brings the team together and they break by saying, "I love football." Bremer says that was something brought to the team by Danny Gold.
It's true. You should see how much time these guys put into the game. I mean, there's a lot of these guys that are logging 4 hours of film a week just watching it, and I think a lot of our maybe teachers wish they put a little more time in their academics. No, I'm just kidding. We have high academic kids as well, but these kids love the sport. And I would say beyond the game of football, they love each other. They really do. They have a genuine care for each other, and they have a genuine care that it doesn't have to be me that has the success. As long as one of us has it, I'm good. When you see Gray Jacobson get a sack, you're going to see Prince celebrate like it was him. You see Braylon Rubio get a pick, you're going to see Logan Spees run over like it was him. When you see someone score a touchdown, you got all 11 guys running the end zone, celebrating, having a good time. So, yeah, I mean, these guys love the game of football, and they love each other.
Cashmere and Royal kick off tomorrow, 3 o'clock at Husky Stadium for all the marbles. You can watch it with a subscription on the NFHS network. Well, there were a few Thursday night matchups coming up tonight. Prep basketball, the Moses Lake girls on the road at Kennewick. Cascades hosting Manson. Liberty Bell visits Omak. Wenatchee plays at Brewster at 6 o'clock. Okanagan hosts Pateras. Waterville Mansfield visits Elmira Cooley Heartline tonight at 8. Boys play tonight. Garden City Academy's hosting Pateras. The Manson boys tip at Cascade at 7:15, while Omak visits Liberty Bell. Moses Lake plays at Kennewick at 7:30, while Wenatchee is visiting Brewster. And a reminder, NCWLIFE will be out at Eastmont High School. That'll be tomorrow for the Wildcats and the visiting Kamaikan Braves in a doubleheader. Grant Olson will have all the action, starting with the girls game at 5:30. The boys follow at 7. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.